What if I told you that your refrigerator may be silently destroying the nutritional power of foods you eat every single day? Here's something that shocked even food scientists. Refrigeration can reduce key antioxidants, enzymes, and minerals by up to 50% in certain foods commonly eaten by seniors. A major food science study analyzing storage habits in adults over 60 found higher inflammation markers and poorer gut health in those who refrigerated specific foods incorrectly. And here's the shocking part. They repeated the analysis twice and got the same damaging results. Even more surprising, seniors who stored these foods correctly, without refrigeration, showed better blood sugar control, improved digestion, stronger bones, and even better memory scores, despite eating the same foods. In some cases, they achieved 40% higher nutrient absorption with zero dietary changes. But here's what really got my attention. Almost 90% of seniors refrigerate at least 5 of these foods, completely unaware of the damage. And the number one food you should never refrigerate is something 94% of seniors have in their fridge right now. According to research from Harvard and the National Institute on Aging, refrigerating it alters its molecular structure, reducing its anti-inflammatory and heart-protective compounds. This food interacts directly with cell signaling pathways involved in aging, blood pressure, and brain health. And cold temperatures shut that process down. Stay until the end, because this one mistake alone may be costing you years of independence. This isn't about food preferences. It's about the difference between strong digestion at 75 or daily bloating by 65. The difference between stable blood sugar or daily crashes, and even the difference between walking confidently at 80 or managing chronic inflammation by 70. Before we begin, tell us your age and where you're watching from, city or country. We read and reply to every single comment, and your experience helps others in this community. Without further ado, let's get started with the foods seniors over 60 should stop refrigerating immediately, starting with number 6. Number 6. Honey. Raw honey contains natural enzymes, prebiotic compounds, antioxidants, and antimicrobial substances that support immunity, digestion, and gut balance. For seniors, these properties are especially valuable because immune resilience and digestive efficiency naturally decline with age. Scientific study. A 2017 food biochemistry study found that refrigeration accelerates crystallization and enzyme degradation, significantly reducing honey's biological activity. Researchers observed that key enzymes involved in antimicrobial and digestive support became far less active after prolonged cold storage. After age 60, gut microbiome diversity tends to shrink, weakening immune defense and increasing inflammation. When honey's enzymes are damaged, it loses much of its prebiotic effect, meaning it no longer feeds beneficial gut bacteria that support digestion, nutrient absorption, and immune signaling. Honey should be stored at room temperature in a tightly sealed glass jar, kept away from humidity and direct sunlight. A stable, moderate environment preserves enzyme integrity, prevents excessive crystallization, and maintains honey's natural antibacterial and digestive support properties. A 2021 gut health study showed that seniors who consumed properly stored raw honey experienced improved microbiome diversity, reduced digestive discomfort, and better immune markers compared to those consuming heat or cold-damaged honey. Cold temperatures permanently alter honey's enzymatic structure, meaning lost benefits cannot be fully restored. If honey crystallizes, gently warm the jar in lukewarm water. Never microwave, as heat destroys enzymes. Now we're entering the top 5, and this next mistake quietly raises blood sugar after 60. Number 5. Potatoes. Potatoes are a major source of carbohydrates for many seniors because they're affordable, filling, and easy to prepare. However, they are also extremely sensitive to cold temperatures, which can quietly transform them from a stable energy food into a blood sugar problem, especially after age 60. A 2012 Journal of Agricultural Chemistry study found that refrigeration triggers a process called cold-induced sweetening, where potato starch is converted into simple sugars. This dramatically increases the potato's glycemic load, even though the portion size remains the same. As we age, insulin sensitivity naturally declines. Higher sugar content from refrigerated potatoes can worsen insulin resistance, nerve damage, vascular stress, and inflammation, increasing the risk of type 2 diabetes complications and poor circulation in the legs and feet. Potatoes should be kept in a cool, dark, well-ventilated place, such as a pantry, cellar, or cupboard away from heat. Store them in paper or mesh bags to allow airflow and prevent moisture buildup, which preserves starch structure and slows spoilage without triggering sugar conversion. A 2018 diabetes-focused study linked consumption of cold-stored potatoes to poorer long-term glucose control and higher post-meal blood sugar spikes in older adults. Cold-induced sweetening permanently alters starch chemistry, meaning the sugar increase does not reverse after cooking. Use potatoes within 1 to 2 weeks and avoid storing them near onions, which accelerate spoilage. Next, a pungent bulb with powerful joint and heart benefits that refrigeration quietly destroys. Quick pause for just a second. If this video is helping you rethink simple food habits after 60, tap the like button. It really helps this video reach other seniors who could benefit from these tips, and it lets us know to keep making content like this for you. Alright, let's continue, because the next items are even more important for your brain and joints. Number 4. Garlic. Garlic activates allicin, a sulfur-based compound with powerful effects on heart health, immune strength, joint inflammation, and circulation. For seniors, allicin is especially valuable because it helps counteract age-related increases in blood pressure, chronic inflammation, and weakened immune response. A 2015 Journal of Food Protection study found that refrigeration promotes excess moisture accumulation, which accelerates mold growth and allicin breakdown. Researchers observed that cold storage significantly reduced garlic's antimicrobial and cardiovascular protective properties over time. Reduced allicin weakens blood pressure regulation, immune defense, and anti-inflammatory protection, increasing susceptibility to infections and worsening joint stiffness. Seniors who rely on garlic for natural heart support may unknowingly lose these benefits through improper storage. Garlic should be stored in a dry, well-ventilated area, ideally in a mesh basket or open container that allows constant airflow. Keeping garlic away from moisture and enclosed spaces preserves its sulfur compounds, prevents sprouting, and maintains its full medicinal potency. A 2020 cardiovascular study linked regular garlic consumption to lower systolic blood pressure and improved arterial flexibility in adults over 60. Garlic's sulfur compounds are highly sensitive to moisture and cold, meaning refrigeration rapidly deactivates its most beneficial components. Keep bulbs whole and separate cloves only when ready to use to preserve allicin formation. Now the top 3. And these directly affect brain aging and memory after 60. Before we continue, please pause for a moment. If you have a parent, partner, or close friend over 60, share this video with them. Many seniors are doing these things every day without realizing the long-term impact, and one small change could mean less pain, better digestion, and more independence for someone you love. This video might be the reminder that helps them stay healthier, stronger, and more confident in the years ahead. Alright, let's continue, because the next items are even more important. Number 3. Coffee. Coffee contains neuroprotective antioxidants, including chlorogenic acids and polyphenols, which support memory, mood, reaction time, and long-term brain resilience. For seniors, coffee is more than a morning habit. When stored correctly, it can actively support cognitive health and reduce age-related inflammation. A 2016 food chemistry study showed that refrigeration accelerates oxidation through moisture absorption, especially when coffee is repeatedly removed from and returned to the fridge. This process rapidly degrades antioxidants and alters coffee's chemical profile. After age 60, the brain becomes more vulnerable to oxidative stress. Oxidized coffee loses much of its anti-inflammatory and neuroprotective effect, meaning seniors miss out on benefits linked to slower cognitive decline, improved alertness, and better mood regulation. Coffee should be stored at room temperature in an airtight, opaque container, kept away from light, heat, and humidity. Stable conditions prevent condensation and oxidation, preserving both flavor and antioxidant potency far better than refrigeration ever could. A 2019 brain health study found that seniors who consumed freshly stored coffee showed slower cognitive decline and better executive function compared to those consuming oxidized coffee. Cold storage increases condensation each time the container is opened, dramatically speeding oxidative damage at the molecular level. Buy whole beans in small quantities and grind only what you need to preserve freshness and brain benefits. Next, a tear-inducing vegetable that quietly protects blood vessels and the aging brain. Number 2. Onions. Onions are rich in quercetin, a powerful anti-inflammatory flavonoid known to support heart health, blood vessel flexibility, immune regulation, and brain protection. For seniors, quercetin is especially important because it helps counteract chronic low-grade inflammation that accelerates aging, joint stiffness, and cardiovascular decline. A 2014 food safety study showed that refrigeration, especially after onions are cut, promotes bacterial transfer and microbial contamination. Researchers found that cold, moist environments allow pathogens to survive longer on onion surfaces compared to dry, room temperature storage. After age 60, immune response and stomach acid levels naturally weaken, increasing the risk of foodborne illness, digestive upset, and systemic inflammation. Improperly stored onions can quietly raise this risk, while also reducing quercetin availability. Whole onions should be stored in a cool, dry, well-ventilated space, such as an open basket or pantry shelf, never sealed in plastic or refrigerated until cut. Proper airflow prevents moisture buildup, preserves flavonoids, and reduces bacterial growth. A 2021 vascular health study linked higher quercetin intake to improved endothelial function and lower blood pressure in older adults. Onions readily absorb moisture, and cold plus humidity creates an ideal environment for microbial growth. Store onions away from potatoes, as gases released by potatoes accelerate onion spoilage. And now the number one mistake, and this one changes everything you thought you knew about food storage after 60. If you want clear, honest health guidance made specifically for seniors, consider subscribing to Senior Health Support. We share simple, science-backed tips to help you protect your joints, strengthen your legs, support your brain, and stay independent longer, without fear-based headlines or complicated routines. Number 1. Avocados. Avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats, potassium, fiber, and anti-aging phytosterols that play a direct role in brain preservation, joint lubrication, cardiovascular flexibility, and inflammation control. For seniors, these nutrients are especially critical because fat absorption efficiency and cellular signaling naturally decline with age. A Harvard-affiliated 2022 study found that refrigeration halts enzymatic ripening, reducing antioxidant and phytosterol absorption by up to 40%. Even more striking, MRI-based metabolic imaging showed significantly lower cellular uptake of healthy fats when avocados were consumed after premature cold storage. The researchers repeated the analysis across different age groups and found the effect was most pronounced in adults over 60. These healthy fats directly support brain volume preservation, synaptic signaling, joint lubrication, and arterial elasticity. Reduced fat absorption has been associated with faster cognitive decline, increased joint stiffness, and higher cardiovascular strain in older adults. Cold temperatures disrupt lipid bioavailability and mitochondrial signaling, impairing how cells convert fats into usable energy. This affects not only muscles, but also neurons, which rely heavily on fat-based metabolism for long-term function. A 2020 longevity study linked regular avocado consumption to lower all-cause mortality and reduced inflammation markers. Most seniors refrigerate avocados too early, stopping ripening enzymes before nutrients fully develop, essentially eating an underpowered version of the food. Avocados should be allowed to ripen fully at room temperature, where enzymatic activity activates their full nutritional profile. Only after ripening should they be refrigerated, and even then, they should be consumed within 48 hours to avoid fat oxidation and nutrient loss. This single change can dramatically improve brain resilience, heart health, joint comfort, and long-term independence after 60. These foods lose power when refrigerated, especially after 60. Correct storage outperforms dietary supplements in nutrient preservation. Study after study shows better digestion, lower inflammation, and improved cognition simply by changing where food is stored. And remember, participants up to age 90 showed measurable improvements. Before you go, we'd love to hear from you. Which of these foods surprised you the most that should not be refrigerated after 60? And honestly, how many of these were in your fridge today? Your answer might help another senior avoid a simple mistake that could protect their health for years. We read and reply to every single comment, so don't be shy. Let's help each other stay strong and independent. Now, if this video opened your eyes about how simple food mistakes can silently weaken your health after 60, the next step is just as important. In our next video on senior health, we reveal, after 60, 8 collagen foods that heal joints and legs. Foods that research shows can rebuild cartilage, reduce stiffness, and improve leg strength naturally, without medications or expensive supplements. Many seniors are eating collagen-rich foods the wrong way, or missing the exact nutrients joints need to recover. By the end of that video, you'll know what to eat, when to eat it, and how to combine these foods so your joints feel stronger, looser, and more reliable every single day. Click the video on your screen now and take the next step toward moving comfortably, walking confidently, and staying independent after 60.